I'm going to offer a few words. Reset, and let me put that. There we go. And you're welcome to put it in speaker view or to say in gallery view, whatever you would like today, whatever supports you best. Let me pull this up. I am also going to begin with the fifth training offered by Thich Nhat Hanh in response to the fifth precept. He teaches, aware of the suffering caused by unmindful consumption, I am committed to cultivating good health, both physical and mental, for myself, for my family, and for society. By practicing mindful eating, drinking, and consuming. And he adds this, not letting regrets and sorrows drag me back into the past, nor letting anxieties, fear, or craving pull me out of the present moment. So, speaking of getting pulled out of the present moment, I want to share a story. I have a story for you, and some of you may have already heard this story, but here it is again. There were two goldfish swimming in the ocean. And one goldfish turns to the other goldfish and asks, what do you really, really want? And the goldfish thought about this and said, what I really want to live in a glass bowl with bright, colorful plastic coral all around. And and the dyed blue pebbles on the bottom. That's really what I want. I want the whole thing. I want the whole thing. I think this really points to how often we think we know what will make us happy. And we really don't know. And it shows us how often we are kind of leaning out of this moment and into the next moment, hoping that the next moment may have something a little shinier, maybe a little greener, a little more interesting, maybe a little more insightful than this moment. Something that this moment doesn't have. We understand the fish. We know this fish, don't we? Yeah, we do. We know this fish. And it's easy for us to say, oh, this is this bright, colorful fantasy, but it's lifeless, it's artificial. But she can't see it. She's hooked. She wants the whole thing. the fantasy deprives her, him, them, us of the expansive and mysterious ocean she's already swimming in. Maybe the fish doesn't know this. What about us? One of Buddha's first teachings was that the source of suffering comes from our attachments. And one of the deepest attachments we have is the craving for the things to be different. Or craving, as Lori was talking about, that this feeling, this good feeling, this pleasurable feeling doesn't end. May it never, ever, ever, ever end. I don't want it to end. Craving pulls us out of the present moment. I want to be in that bowl, not here. I want something in the next moment that I don't have in this moment. Wanting mind is wanting. Wanting mind, of course, wants to feel good. Lori talked about the pleasure of those dopamines. The mind, the brain wants to feel pleasure. Of course we do. When there is a want, like a strong want, it's challenging to be happy. We can be consumed by the conviction or the nagging sense that this here isn't quite enough. Or more of it, please, more of it, please, please. And where there is intense wanting, but there's also aversion. I don't want to feel this uncertainty. I don't want to feel this fear or this void. I think this is why it's so important to keep referring back to the holding environment, that we are learning to sit with discomfort. We are learning to calm, settle, soothe. When we haven't yet learned that, or as we're learning it, we will reach out to substitutes. And that substitute could be food, it could be shopping, alcohol, consumption of any kind. And we can get consumed by this. We can get lost in this. We can lose our way. And I think particularly when we keep overestimating the pleasure and underestimating the trouble that may be being caused by the substitutes. I had the experience this week from my view. I was really hoping a person would make a certain choice that, in my view, was absolutely the right choice, the best choice. Absolutely. Well, this person didn't quite see it this way, and I could feel the impulse in me to want to convince, to maybe just nag a little bit. It was painful to sit with my wanting. And I said to my husband, I said, this just feels bad. And he said, yeah, may I remind you that it's just a feeling. It's just a feeling. And this is wanting mind, wanting. When we get, when we feel our want, it felt this way for me. It can feel so tight, constricting. You can feel our smallness, our littleness, wanting, and we can feel our neediness. And maybe there's some shame around how intensely we want or need something. We can be consumed by want, and we can consume out of want. Just take a moment, your own reflection of when you really want something. What does happen to breathing? What happens to the posture? What does the world look like through the lens of want? We need to get familiar with the wanting mind. Hear Susan's voice. We want to see it. We want to notice it. We want to take a breath with it. See if we can tether the live wire of want to the breath, and the breath to the body, and the body to the ground. I will close with this sweet poem by Wendell Barre. It's entitled, Can This Moment Be Enough? No, it's entitled, What We Need Is Here. Geese appear high over us, pass, and the sky closes. Abandon, as in love or sleep, holds them to their way. Clear in the ancient faith, what we need is here. And we pray not for new earth or heaven, but to be quiet in heart and in eye. Thank you for listening. Let us take this time and turn some attention to listening to these bodies and what they want and what they need, with some appreciation for how hard they work for us. What might help to open, to stretch, to release. Side body stretch. Fingers. As I just like play the piano, release. A little sway. If helpful, just patting the face around the eyes, mouth, jaw, neck. And in your time, maybe even a sway into the posture, feeling the sits bones on the chair, on the seat. And if the eyes are not already closed, you may want to close them. We're inviting some ease, some letting go. Maybe taking some deeper, slower breaths if that is a support for you. Allowing the body to receive the breath. And noticing where the body makes contact, feeling the stability of support. The body is being held by the earth, by the ground. Inviting the body to unwind. Letting the hands be heavy, relaxed. And the eyes soften. Can the mouth drop open? Full body breathing. And whatever is here, the invitation always is, can it be held in a gaze of kindness? If there is anything difficult for you today, that it is held with some kindness and care. And for this short practice, we are turning attention toward whatever level of ease and comfort is here for you right now. And we're reminding the discursive thinking mind that it too can relax, drop into its open and spaciousness. And if the mind is wandering, which they do, allowing the physical breath to invite you back home to presence here. As if everything you need is here. me turn this off.